Hi, and welcome to my ACE experience. My name is Clara, and today we're going to talk about some of the different forms of attraction. There is not just one form of attraction. A lot of people don't know this, but there's actually so many different forms of attractions. I'm going to focus mainly on sexual and romantic attraction in this video, but there are other types, like for example, aesthetic attraction, which is when you look at someone and think they're pretty or beautiful. This can be about people, objects, places, whatever. Obviously, this has nothing to do with sexual attraction because just because you think the Grand Canyon is beautiful doesn't mean you want to fuck it, or maybe you do, I don't know your life. There's also platonic attraction. This is when you really want to be friends with someone and do friend stuff with them. You have no desire of having sex or being in a romantic relationship with them, but you want to hang out with them constantly. Then there's sensual attraction, which is when you want to hug, kiss, touch someone. This doesn't have to be sexual, but it can be. There are plenty of other attraction, but those are the most known ones. As for romantic and sexual attraction, they are not the same either. Sexual attraction is a desire to touch involving genitalia with a specific person. And yes, I did have to look up an official definition of sexual attraction because how the hell else am I supposed to describe it when I've never felt it? Romantic attraction, however, is a desire of being in a romantic relationship with someone. This doesn't necessarily mean stuff like kissing, because that's more in the sensual attraction category, but it can be. It's more like just being with someone, but it's different than platonic attraction. I had to explain this when I was on TV talking about asexuality, and it's more than platonic attraction because it's also like stuff like dates or cuddling with a movie or thinking that maybe this person could be someone you want to spend the rest of your life with. For a lot of people, their sexual and romantic orientation match up, and therefore it's confusing for them to understand that it can be different. Having different sexual and romantic orientation is mostly talked about when talking about the ace and aro community, and since this is an asexuality channel and I'm talking mostly from personal experience, that is what I'm going to focus on, but it does happen for people with other sexual and romantic orientations. I've heard of plenty of bisexual, pansexual people who only get romantically attracted to one gender. In case you were wondering, I am biromantic asexual, meaning that I don't get sexually attracted to any gender, but I do get romantically attracted to all genders. Technically, I probably could call myself panromantic, which might be closer to the truth because I don't just get romantically attracted to two genders. I get attracted to guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Thank you, Thomas Sanders, for that amazing phrase. However, I definitely feel as if bi fits me better. Maybe it's because I get attracted to people differently depending on their gender. I don't know. I feel like bi fits me better. Besides, when I tell people my orientations, I already have to explain to them what asexuality means. And if I had to explain what panromantic meant as well, I'd just get tired really, really quickly. The thing about attraction, since people aren't taught the different forms of attraction, or different sexualities, they can very easily get confused growing up. I mistook aesthetic attraction for sexual attraction for the first 18 years of my life. I thought if I looked at a guy and I thought that he looked good, then that meant I was sexually attracted to him. And at the same time, I mistook all of my romantic attraction towards girls as platonic attractions. I just thought, oh, I want to spend time with this girl all the time. I really like her as a friend. Yeah, I thought I was straight for a really long time. I don't know how the hell I thought that. I didn't actually realize I was asexual until I saw the real definition of sexual attraction on Tumblr. And then I realized that I'd never experienced that before. And then for a while I thought, oh, then I must be heteroromantic asexual, because I still hadn't put the pieces together and realized that straight girls actually don't want to kiss other girls. Who'd have guessed? Look, it's confusing, and honestly, I still get confused. Even though I know what all the different attractions are, it doesn't mean I'm automatically an expert and I never get confused about the topic. Sometimes when I want to hang out with one of my friends constantly, I'll lie awake at night trying to decipher whether or not this is platonic or romantic attraction. Because how the fuck do you know? And the answer to that is sometimes you don't. And that's okay. It's completely fine to be confused. Anyways, I thought I wanted to talk about this because when you talk about LGBT stuff, attraction often gets overlooked, I think. There's a lot of explaining the different sexualities and not many explaining that you can have a different romantic orientation. And honestly, that can be equally as important to you as your sexual orientation. I feel as much of a part of the bi community as I does the ace community. I am bi as fuck, but I'm also ace as fuck. And that was all for today. I will see you guys next time. Ace and out.